Brand new LCP.
You guys are tuned in right now to a brand new episode of that.
Brand new LCP.
I think this episode 121, 122, some shit. I forgot. I don't even know no more. But as you guys know, wintertime is coming up. Let's clap it up one more time for the winter. And as you guys know, man, when it get cold, when the weather start to drop, that's as they call it, cuddle season. But I know right now some of you guys might be on those dating apps, Plenty of Fish, Tinder, Christian Mingle, Black People Meet, trying to find that bae so you can cuddle up and get warm for the winter. But before you get there, I want you guys to be mindful that it's some messed up motherfuckers on them dating apps. Again, I repeat, there's some people on them dating apps that you may just want to stay away from. So before I dive into the episode, I want the fellas to know too. Fellas, you can get got on these dating apps as well. Now, I know oftentimes it's often a woman who kind of get, led along or kind of get assaulted from these dating apps, whether it be Tinder, like I said, Plenty of Fish, Black People Meet, Christian Mingle. But fellas, you might not be safe as well. On a dating app, I believe it might have been Plenty of Fish, Tinder, one of them shits where men, they used two women as a way to lure these two men out of their place of residence. And the result ended up with one of the young men dying. So let's dive into this real quick before we get into some more shit.
Dating website to lure a man to a deadly robbery. These are the two women and two men police arrested. The victim's brother also shot. And Channel 2's Carl Willis live at DeKalb Police Headquarters, where he talked to a detective late this afternoon.
Well, we talked to her just a little over an hour ago, and she believes they have all the suspects involved in this case. Still, she warns the public about dating websites and apps like these. DeKalb County police say they have 4 people in jail for the murder of 23-year-old Jordan Collins.
Well, this should make people feel safe, but need to be careful what websites you go to and who you're asking to come into your house.
That's because police say Collins was killed and his brother shot after being lured out of the house by 21-year-old Nashia Poole and 24-year-old Clarissa McGee, women that they met on the dating site and app Plenty of Fish.
They said they wanted to go outside and look at their dog.
The women were able to get Jordan to go outside. That's where police say 25-year-old Antonio Avery and 27-year-old DeMarco Butler were waiting for him. He was shot and killed. The 3 children he was babysitting inside were unharmed, but his brother Chad was shot when he went to check on him.
He heard the shooting, and the kind of a chase inside into the house, and then one of the female suspects fled outside.
But arrest warrants show that police were able to search cell phone records, and that led to the identities of the women.
It doesn't appear that anything was taken.
But you do believe robbery was the motive?
Yes, sir.
Now, police have all 4 suspects. They're charged with murder and aggravated assault, but police have not said which of the 4 suspects they believe pulled the trigger. We're live in DeKalb County. Carl Willis, Channel 2 Action News.
Now, before I dive further, man, I want to say rest in peace, man, to the guy. I'm trying to find his name, Jordan Collins. He died. He passed away because, as you guys just heard, he was set up, man. And I just played that real quick to start the episode because I want even the fellas to know, fellas, you can get got too. Because a lot of fellas, a lot of men, we think without dicks to where, like, we know when the situation is not the best. Like, we know when it's like, this situation might not be the best, but you know what? I'm still going to chase after this situation because the woman may be sexy. She may be desirable to where we kind of let our guard down. And that's our fault. That's nobody else's fault but that woman, man. Now, man, clap it up one more time. Let's get this shit started. Now, somebody asked me on Instagram a couple days ago, hey, John, like Kanye West has been going crazy. Why haven't you spoken about Kanye West yet? Kanye West, he's an attention whore. Let's keep it 100. Everything Kanye's doing is for attention. Every time his name dies down, it gets quiet in the mainstream on the blogs. He say some fucked up shit like, oh, yeah, the Holocaust was great. Just some bullshit. Bull that motherfucker, man. So if you're coming on here, man, looking for me to give Kanye a whole segment of time, it's not going to happen. He's an attention whore. He needs to go into a mental health hospital, man. And again, this is not me knocking him. This is not me dissing him. What the fuck is that noise? Oh, shit. But he needs to go. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Somebody breaking in my shit. But he needs to go in a mental health hospital, man, so he could actually get the help he needs. He needs to get the help he needs, man, because when you're doing shit like this, especially when you got kids, the motherfucker got kids, man. Now, Surprisingly, Kim Kardashian is being the mature one in the situation, because had that been me, I probably would have went to the courthouse. I probably would have did some fucked up shit. That motherfucker would have lost contact with his kids. Again, speaking for me, not speaking for nobody else. So again, boo the motherfucker one more time. We ain't gonna stay on Kanye West. We gonna get that motherfucker ASAP. Now, it's been a lot of shit going on, man. Like I told you guys last time, man, I've been trying to get my health back right, my heart back right. I'm still out of work. I've been trying to get my doctor's papers signed off so I can get back to work. Wow. Breaking news right now in the LCP podcast, man. Singer Brandy is recovering right now in an LA hospital after suffering a seizure.
Oh my God.
Like I told you, man, I got no notes on the podcast. I got my iPad, and let me read to you guys the report. It says, according to law enforcement sources who spoke to TMZ, EMS got a call to Brandy's home at noon on Tuesday. While full details have yet to be shared, it is believed that Brandy suffered a seizure. She was taken to a local hospital. As of right now, it is unclear what led to the possible seizure.
Oh my God.
So I want to send some prayers to, singer Brandy. I was not expecting that shit. Now, we all know Brandy's the icon. She's a legend. I mean a real legend. I don't mean the fake legends like how you motherfuckers be. Y'all call anybody a legend. Motherfucker have one song and passed away. Yo, he was a legend. He wasn't a legend, motherfucker. He wasn't a legend. He was a motherfucker who died with one song. This is not a way to minimize anyone's career, but let's start using the word legend appropriately. Now, Brandy, like I said, she's a legend, so I hope everything is going well. I was not expecting that. Wow. Again, that popped up as I was just talking about my health. And that goes a long way because I want you guys to be healthy, man, because I'm 33. You know, Brandy, I believe she's in her 40s or some shit like that. But these are young ages to where just because you young don't mean that you can't have health things that pop up, which is why you guys have to take care of yourself. You know, that's why I always say in regards to spending quality time with your loved ones, enjoy the time. You don't got to enjoy every single moment of your life on social media because life is short. You never know when it's going to end, what obstacles are going to pop in to place. And you want to make sure that when, God forbid, something happens, that your family, your loved ones, that they know that you care. You don't want to have them assume. You want them to know that they are important, man. But again, I want to clap it up and I want to give some, again, much love to Brandy. I hope she get back right, man, because wow. But to get away from that, man, there was a substitute teacher. She was fired from an elementary school because she made a post on IG. And what I tell you, motherfuckers, Instagram, it's always going to get you. If you have some thoughts, it is okay to not jump on social media and express it. But she made a post about black women need to raise their boys like men because she has the bitchest boys in her class. Now, I want to boo that bitch. I want to boo it. Now, the worst thing is that, you know, when you go to the comment section and you see people agreeing, I'm about 95% sure she's talking about feminine traits, about sexuality, how, oh, yes, some of the boys in my elementary class, they might seem gay. That's what she's talking about. Because we're talking about elementary school boys. Not middle, not high school, not adults. Elementary school. Now, let me read to you guys some of the comments under this post. Now, somebody said, she is not wrong at all. Somebody said, hold on. Somebody said, that mindset is toxic. Let black male youth express themselves however they want. You would never hear a white person saying that. They would embrace them. Stop making out what this bitch can't write. God damn. Let me change it for her. Stop making people feel like they need to be hard or gangster. Clap it up. Shit. %, man. Like I said, man, I understand that. Hold on. Before we dive in, that somebody said, but this is true. And I have a 10-year-old son. Some of these little boys who grow into men act worse than women. They have woman mannerisms and swear that they are straight. Somebody else said, but she didn't lie. These boys/teens and men are so damn feminine and super emotional. This is why so many men are calling women. They don't know how to control their anger and or emotions. It's statements like this that play a part in why there are so many black on black crimes in our neighborhoods, in our culture, in the black communities, because we push these stigmas that to be a man, you have to be hard 24/7. That to be a man, you got to be aggressive. That to be a man, you got to have a certain bravado, a certain type of aura about yourself. These are the stigmas that people push for our young black men. And then, because I remember the first fight I ever had, I was in elementary school and I fought James. In elementary school. We was in the fucking outside for recess. And I don't know what we had an argument about. Now I was about 7 or 8. Now, like I said, to me, it was so small. Like we was having an argument and I said, you know what? I'm sorry. It's cool. And I reached my hand out to shake his hand. Now there was a girl, I know her name, but I ain't going to say her name because she probably listened to the podcast. But, I reached my hand out to shake his hand and she told me, she said, that's soft shit. Y'all need to fight. That's what she told me. Now, after she said that, me and him ended up fighting simply because of what she said. Again, I didn't want to fight. Now, the fight only lasted about 5 seconds because the teacher was right there. I hit him, bow. He hit me, bow, bow, bow. And I said, bow, 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 because he hit me a couple more times. So he probably won the little 5-second fight. But again, those are stereotypes that's pushed in our culture. Because like I said, I had my hand out to go shake his hand. Sorry, my bad. And she told me that soft shit, y'all need to fight. And it's things like that. Like I said, man, that lead a lot of young black men to grow up, become teenagers, young adults, and they have this macho, if I get into an issue with you, I got to kill you type of persona, because that's what we push for our kids and for those we love in our community. And we got to stop that, because it's okay to kind of, you be out at the mall, you bump somebody, oh my bad, say sorry. It's okay to say sorry. Saying sorry don't mean that you're soft. Saying sorry means that the situation is squashed, it's resolved, and both of you guys, number one, stay out of prison, and number two, live to see another day. Now that we got that out the way, man, let's dive into this news story so you guys can hear the situation in full totality.
Some of the tweet that landed her in that hot water here. It was posted to Twitter last Thursday under the account @mostly_hate. Black women raising boys, please stop letting your sons pick up your female traits. I have an expletive boys in my class. I know you'll have some men around somewhere. This expletive is getting ridiculous. Now, this comment got some quick reactions when I showed it to some parents in person today.
It's not with that type of behavior.
Honestly, with a lot of the way teachers are, a lot of them do teach like they just don't say it.
She could have said, put them in male mentoring programs, things like that. But for her to just come off and say something like that, it's just atrocious.
Now, online, a number of comments were defending Robinson, some essentially arguing she's a victim of cancel culture. Those upset with the substitute also flagged other questionable posts. Now, we can't see those posts for ourselves. Her account was listed as private this morning, but different messages screen grabbed by others appear to say kids need to get bullied. It goes on to say the no bullying thing is dumb. Another says these fifth graders never had a teacher from the hood a child quickly and respectfully and still bring them to tears. A third appears to read, so when I look at my student who thinks it's cute being bad, I just wonder how long it's going to take for them to land in jail. Several other questionable posts were found on Facebook. Prince George's County Education Committee Chair Jolene Ivey used the words homophobic. Some of the tweet that landed her in.
Man, fire that bitch, man. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Fire that bitch. Now, again, I know some of you guys are going to say, well, we need teachers like that to really let your kids know what it really is. No. When you have teachers that teach like that have that kind of mindset, you're destined to fail. Because I spoke about my teacher before from high school, Miss Lewis. Now, she was tough on my black ass. Like, Miss Lewis ain't let up. But she was honest. She was real. But at the end of the day, the number one thing she was respectful. Now, was there times where she pissed me the fuck off? 100%. Now, was there times where she got on my nerves? Of course. But at the end of the day, no matter how far she went, because sometimes she did push my buttons. She pushed my buttons as a way to kind of get the best out of me, but she never made me question who I was personally. And I want to clap it up for her, man. Because you can be honest, you can be blunt, and you can express yourself, quote unquote, but you don't got to trash somebody's full sense of self along the way. Because when you do that, at the end of the day, you're doing that shit for you. You're doing that for you as a way to kind of get the likes now. But again, going back to that, when I was in high school, a lot of it was pre-social media. A lot of times now she go online to kind of just do some dumb shit, man. But, man, Jordan Poole, man. Jordan Poole, why you got knocked the fuck out by Draymond Green? Now, I have an issue with that. And I want to relate it to real life because, as you guys know by now, Golden State Warriors power forward Draymond Green, he punched Jordan Poole at practice. Damn man knocked him out. Now, when I seen the video, I want to boot. Now, when I seen the video and how hard he punched him, I thought Draymond Green was going to get at least maybe about 8-9 game suspension. He didn't get shit. The team sent him away. He still got paid. They told him to stay home for a couple days, came back. They said he's not going to get suspended. Now, I got an issue with that. Because if I'm Jordan Poole, I 1,000% have an issue with the team allowing somebody to basically assault me with no repercussions. Because I relate that to real life. Now, all you guys have jobs, or you guys work. Now, say, for example, you at your job, you working, you doing what you got to do. You get into an argument because, as you guys know, man, at work, sometimes it kind of get hostile. We get in arguments and back and forth and shit. But what if you get into an argument with somebody at work, at your job, at your place of work? Now, the person comes up, get in your face. Now, that's your personal space. So now you push them back as a way to say, hey, you're too close. I want my personal space. Now they hold off and knock the shit out of you. You fall down, you knock over the desk, and all the pens fall over, all this fucking shit. Now, of course, the fight is on tape. Now, your job comes to you and tell you, hey, yeah, I know you got into a disagreement with Tisha, with Tyrone, and he knocked you out. But we're not going to suspend him because we think he's valuable to the company. So suck it up, forgive him. You guys are adults, work it out. That's some bullshit. That's bullshit. Now, this is what Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr, this is what he had to say.
To the Draymond situation, and I'll address that, and then we can talk about the game. He is going to come back to practice on Thursday. He's been fined. He will not be suspended. I expect him to play Friday in our last preseason game and on opening night. We have spent the last week in deep discussions with all of our key figures in the organization, including Jordan and Draymond, of course, Steph, all of our players, Bob, myself. And I can tell you there have been...
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. If I'm out here, man, and you see me as valuable to the team, it's no way in hell I should be able to, show up to work. I get knocked the fuck out. And I still got to sit there. That's the bullshit, man. But we're going to take a quick break, but I'm going to play a song by my guy. You guys may know him as actor Julito McCullum. He's been in The Wire, Miracles Boys, tons of movies, The Killing, The Bee. His resume, his list is long. He's been putting out some fire music recently, man. Now, recently, hold on, we're going to get it pulled up right now. Now, recently, man, the brother is transitioning, like I said, into music. Now, he's always been making music, but recently, it's becoming more and more apparent that the boy got talent. The motherfucker got skills. Now, I was kind of unaware that the motherfucker was nice like this because, of course, you kind of hear things every so often, but my guy got a new song. He just dropped, it's on all streaming platforms. It's entitled, What Would Bishop Do? So we're going to dive into the song. This is my guy, actor, entrepreneur, dad, father, dope ass individual, man. My guy, this is entitled, What Would Bishop Do?
We run from the cops. We run want from Rodamans, we want from security guards, we want from old man Quills in this fucking bullshit store when he come with that bullshit gun. All we do is fucking run. Like I'm on the goddamn track team.
What would Bishop do? I'm tired of being the butt of all jokes. I'm tired of being pushed unprovoked. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of living in this life of fear. I'm tired of being
Brand new LCP.
watching everybody else succeed while living under my means. I'm tired of being a dreamer with no dreams. I'm tired of barely getting by. I'm tired of watching everybody out here getting fly. Where is mine? I'm tired of dropping hits and never getting signed. I'm tired of standing on them lines, I need to get inside. I'm tired of needing so much pride, I'm exhausted. I'm tired of buying shit and gotta worry what the cost is. I'm tired of living check for check, tired of living with debt. I'm tired of working my ass off, I'm tired of breaking a sweat. I'm tired of living with pain that a nigga never asked for. I'm tired of being optimistic, fuck seeing a glass full. I'm tired of feeling like a burden, that shit be hurting. I'm tired of giving my all and never knowing what's for certain. I'm tired of feeling like I'm never doing enough. Shit, I'm tired of doing too much. I'm tired of living with regret. I'm tired of living with stress. I'm tired of seeing my mother cry. I'm tired of blocking my ex. I'm tired. And if you fed up with this shit too, just ask yourself, what would Bishop do? Out here in the world with nobody but you. So much on your brain when there's nothing left to do. You got the juice. Yeah, you got the juice. Remember, you got the juice. When you playing the game, know that times get hard. Keep running your race and you might get far. You got the juice. Yeah, you got the juice. Remember, you got the juice. What would Bishop do? Shit, where my chain at? I've been on the bus so long, shit, where my range at? I've been eating all these crumbs, shit, where my plate at? It was my birthday 30 times, shit, where my cake at? Where it's at? Shit, where my money at? I've been out here looking for love, shit, where my honey at? I see everybody on top, how I'm supposed to top that? I taught myself everything, shit, where my pops at? Where he at? Shit, where my trophy at? I've been an original so long in the world of copycats. Ain't nobody give no handouts, ain't nobody give me jack. I put my heart in all these songs, shit, where my platinum plaque? Where it's at? Shit, where my Bentley coupe? I've been flying so long, tell me where my parachute? I seen too many blizzards die, tell me where the sun be at. I seen too many mamas cry, she don't know where her son be at. Where he at? I done gave everything to this, done dodged felonies and shit. Tell me who gon' look for mine, who gon' take care of my kids? I'm just trying to leave a legacy, I'm trying to make a way. Tell me, is it all worth it? Tell me, is there better days? Tell me if I keep going, is there a light at the end? Tell me, will you even listen when it ends? If you fed up with this shit too, just ask yourself, what would Bishop do? Out here in the world with nobody but you. So much on your brain when there's nothing left to do. You got the juice. Yeah, you got the juice. Remember, you got the juice. When you playing the game, know that times get hard. Keep running your race and you might get far. You got the juice. Yeah, you got the juice. Remember, you got the juice.
Again, that's my guy Lito with What Would Bishop Do? I'm about to go pay some bills. Don't go nowhere. Y'all know my breaks be 2 seconds long.
Brand new LCP.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, man. Now, the end of the episode, man. Now, it's something I want to talk about real quick. I want to talk about, artists becoming legendary after they pass away. Because I feel like, it's a lot of artists that's out there that passed away. They're not legends. But I believe that once they died, they automatically just got the legendary. Oh, he's a legend. We know you love R&B. Mm-hmm. Now, I've told you before that I don't feel like Aaliyah's a legend. I don't think Aaliyah's a legend. What's your opinion? At the time Aaliyah died, was she a legend?
I think I'll put her in that category.
What's that noise? No, okay, I'm listening. At the time she died, was she a legend?
I would say yes. The reason I say yes is because I look at like her music and the impact and how it is consistently in rotation. Like music wise, like, yeah, her style was legendary. Like in that regard, she came out as this, like, you know, this cute tomboy type, that whole little look where people were, you know, starting to, you know what I'm saying, mimic that in their own little style. Her whole first album, like, you know what I mean, with Back and Forth and all of that. I mean, granted, R. Kelly was all over it, so I don't, you know, but I'm just saying. So
like, you think that Aaliyah has made a massive impact on the musical culture to where because a legend.
Yes, I think so, because generations down, people know her. They've heard her music.
That don't mean nothing.
I mean, that
generations down, we know Vanilla Ice. When you use the word legend, I'm thinking about Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, even Beyonce.
For example,
we're not doing Tears.
No.
A legend.
This is what I'm talking about. So to me, I feel like when it comes to, okay, you know how you got like the Gap band or whatever, that was before our time, right? Mm-hmm. Even Michael Jackson, in a sense, where that was before our time.
On the musical culture is still felt today. We're not feeling Aaliyah's impact. So right now, name me 4 artists out here who have that Aaliyah presence. Because with Biggie, we can name it. With Tupac, that's all over the culture.
You talking about the style? Like, I think there's been a lot of artists. I can't name them. I can't.
Because it's nobody. It's nobody out here like who you think could like be like, you know what, man, that's Aaliyah's child.
Because there has been cases where I've seen artists.
This girl said cases
where I've seen them and I'll be like, oh, I see where they're trying to go, but it's not hidden. But you can definitely see the influence there. I really feel like Aaliyah did influence when it comes to like her style.
She influenced acting. She was a bad actress, but we listening.
Oh, we ain't talking about her acting. Yeah. No, that was trash. But I'm just saying I feel like for her case, now I am not talking about all these rappers that everybody call legends when they pass away. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about because their music is not going to be heard years later down the line.
They call King Von a legend.
I don't even know. But what I'm saying is for her, I felt like because unfortunately R. Kelly had a hand on it in a lot of her tracks.
Literally.
Okay. A lot of her tracks, like Back and Forth, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, like a lot of those type of songs, you know, 4-page, like a lot of those songs, even Rock the Boat, to where it's like as years have gone down, they are 100% in the playlist of when you're talking about playing 90s music. So like Escape, to me, like they would be, or SWB,
but you could be on a
those
playlist
are legends.
You could be a good artist, but it don't mean you got to be a legend.
It's influence. Like I really do feel like her style, in a sense. Now I'm not saying she was Beyonce style singer. You know what I mean?
Vanilla Ice influenced a lot of things too.
With his, bruh. You can ask these kids today. They not gonna know who that man is, but they gonna know who Aaliyah is. My opinion is, I think she did play a part a lot in the 90s culture when it comes to music and style. We saw this girl that had this little tomboy look who was pretty, and she had this little like around the way, you know, girl next door type of vibe. And I think her style, in a sense, I mean, I remember being a kid trying to.
I'm talking about her overall being a legendary act. So
I do think I would put her in that category.
Okay. So you said
that's me though.
No, of course, it's still a personal opinion. So so when you think about the Donna Summers, the Shaka Khans, the Patti LaBelle,
I feel like they're stages to legends.
No,
I can say that.
No.
You asked my opinion,
but there's no tears to being a legend.
I feel like it is. So to me, I feel like
what are the tiers of a legend?
So I feel like
to me, a legend's a legend.
No, I feel like to me,
there's a baby legend.
No.
Legend.
What I'm saying is, it's like, okay, you have legends like Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson, right? You have those type of legends.
Name is nowhere in there.
Bruh, I do feel like she should still be in the category because of how much she has influence in the impact
Aaliyah
she has
is about
had.
10 blocks down the street.
Man, she had an impact on the industry. I'm not about to do her like that.
No, I'm saying
Selena died young, and guess what? Selena is a legend to me because she had an impact on the Mexican American culture in her music and her movie, and it's still played till today.
Exactly, but when it came to Selena, it's like, you know, she had a massive impact after her. It was so many artists that came after her.
Name like how you talk.
It's many I can name like together. Everybody's Spanish. J-Lo, Shakira.
I knew you were gonna say J-Lo.
Because these are massive acts. Like there's nobody who like kind of resembled the Aaliyah style and reached that level of superstardom. Tell me who.
Let me think.
Nobody.
I'm not gonna sit there and say that there was no influence on it.
Who you gonna say?
I'm not saying Jennifer Hudson, obviously no, but I'm saying there have been artists that have came out that had that girl next door kind of.
Nobody came out and said, I want to be the next Aaliyah.
Nobody came out and said they wanted to be the next Aaliyah.
Yes, they did. Everybody, the little girl we seen on the show, Camila Cabello, whatever her name was. It's so many people who just.
Okay, we gonna agree to disagree.
Yeah,
on this
we gonna agree that you're wrong.
I think that Aaliyah should be in that talks. Now, I'm not saying she's on a Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston caliber, but
when you use the word legend to me is one legend. We're not doing she's the stage one legend.
So, who is your examples of today's artists or people who have passed? Okay, that could be legends.
What I define as a legend? At the time you die. Did you have it like an impact on the culture that was so big to where like that status is warranted? Now, God forbid, knock on wood, if J. Cole dies today, would he go into that legendary category? Yes. If Kendrick dies, would he go into the category? 1,000% yes. Kendrick.
So why Aaliyah can't?
Them alone produce so many off-childs.
That's not fair to say because there's no other big artist that's a female R&B artist that have made it like that besides Beyonce.
But I'm asking you.
I'm saying is this you're doing it differently because I'm sorry, but when it comes to women,
name me 2 artists.
Oh my God! What I'm saying is there have not been a lot of women that have been able to get through that door when it comes to R&B.
Yes, and I'm telling you right now, if they tried to be Aaliyah getting through the door, they would not get through the door.
Oh my God. So that's what makes you a legend? Lauryn Hill had one album.
Yes, but that one album.
So Aaliyah had one.
But you're missing the point of what I'm saying. I'm saying that one album, like that birthed so many of Lauryn Hill's kids. The same thing with Nicki Minaj.
So who would you give as an example of Lauryn Hill's kids? I know somebody, but go ahead.
Damn near everybody. Damn near everybody. The same thing with Nicki Minaj. Everybody.
I thought you was gonna say who she took from because I was gonna say Lil' Kim.
And that's another legend.
Okay, but so you're saying that in order for you to be a legend, you have to be copied?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like you have to have had a massive impact on the culture, of course, with your own music.
I don't think so. I will say this.
I don't think still be relevant today.
Okay, so I would say this. Do I think that Aaliyah reached her max potential when she passed away?
That's why she's not a legend. No, it's the unknown.
But unknown. I will say that I'm not going to sit here and say that she did not have an impact on the 90s, on the R&B culture, and that her music is still not in rotation today, generations down. I'm not going to sit there and do that.
No. See, and that's the issue because everything you just said, I agree with. I'm not going against what you're saying. I'm simply, everything you said, yes. Do she have songs in rotation? Yes. Was she a good artist? Yes.
Do generations that was not in that generation know her?
I'm talking.
Yes.
Yes, but when I go back to who do I feel like she has influenced?
I don't think that should be the ultimate. I mean, I don't think because we can't pinpoint a person and say, oh, they got this, that. Because I'm pretty sure we can't think of them right now. But I really do. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that she did not.
I could give you 2 months to think about it, and you'll come back and still say you don't know.
I don't know. Like, look, okay, prime example. Let's look at Sierra. Where do you think she got her influence from, in a sense? Because she came out like this girl next. I'm just saying she came out like this. This girl next door, this laid back. Like her style and everything like that. And if God forbid
she was to pass away today, I think she would die. An artist who had a good run, I don't consider her a legend.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying
everybody's not a legend.
I agree.
And I'm saying that's not a knock that you're not a legend. Like, you can be a great art. Like, to me, Sierra, like, she had a good run.
I'm not saying that Sierra was a legend. Yeah, what I'm saying is where her influence. I would have hung up if you think that. I'm saying, where do you like some of her influence?
I don't see Aaliyah.
That was the only person I could think of right now.
I know. I'm just saying, I just don't see Aaliyah because it's like if I'm comparing the singing, no. If am I comparing the dancing? No, because Sierra is miles beyond dancing compared to Aaliyah.
Well, yeah, I know that. I was just thinking like her style and stuff, but I'm not gonna see
Sierra danced way more organic. Aaliyah was kind of like 1, 2, like she was just counting the steps as she was moving.
I mean, it was choreography.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, for I do I will say this with Aaliyah. I mean, she didn't reach her max, but will I still put her in the talks of that? Yes. Do I agree that half of these rappers that they put who has passed away and put
everybody
in legends,
is a legend when they die?
I don't agree.
Bruh.
I don't agree with that. I don't. But I will say, out of all the people, like I will say, I would give Aaliyah, I would give her that little bit.
Okay,
like you know what I mean.
Okay,
And that's why I said there's
Aaliyah's
tears.
a legend.
I
She
just
a
said
legend.
it's tears to it. She ain't on Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston level.
A legend's a legend.
But I just feel like
if she's not on that level, then she ain't a legend.
Man,
she was a good artist. It's okay to be a good artist.
I can't agree with that.
Okay, so you heard it here first. Aaliyah was the best artist to ever come out.
Oh my God! Somebody said that.
She was the best artist to ever come out.
You made it seem like I said she was Mariah Carey or something.
Aaliyah would beat Patti LaBelle in the verses.
I didn't say that.
That's where we going.
I said she had an impact on the culture, the 90s. Okay. Her style and her music is still reaching different generations. And that, to me, if your music ain't reaching generations...
In my answer, I told you to name me one artist who is the off-child of Aaliyah. You told me Sierra.
I can't think of one right now. I can't.
I could give you 10 months. Like I said, you ain't going to come back with nobody. Aaliyah was a good artist. She passed away tragically. And because she died early, it's a lot of the unknown.
Man, that's messed up. I was going to say, do you consider Nipsey a legend there?
No, but I believe that his death sped it up. But Nipsey, do I think he was a great artist? Yes. Do I think if he would have had at least 5 to 6 more years on Earth, would he have become a legend? Yes. But let's be honest. Before he died, his music wasn't worldwide. He was an underground artist. But when he died, it became mainstream. Because when somebody died, who's Nipsey? Let me go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. They play the music. Oh, he was good. Oh, like that's not a legend to me.
Well, I was asking that because I was gonna see if he was gonna say yes, and I'll be like, bro, how he in the category and not Aaliyah?
But going back to somebody else, Biggie, he died. He only released one album at the time he died.
Okay, Biggie is different.
But I'm
that's
saying
a different caliber.
but I'm saying like in that one album alone,
it
was so influential. So it's not about how many albums you got either.
But her album was very influential. Who? Aaliyah. Back and forth, AJ number to number. What was the other one? Come on now, you can't.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
People was repeating AJ number to number samples, bruh.
See, I'm trying to be respectful because, like, I'm not trying to have to bring R. Kelly back into the mix.
I mean, we know he's trash.
Because that's going to taint it.
We know that. We know that he in jail. He doing his time.
Yes, and I'm saying that right there alone, that's what messed up. Is going to taint it.
It's messed up that his hands is all over her career. But what I'm saying,
like I said, literally, because I'm trying to stay away because then I'm gonna get into how Aaliyah was young. And I believe that the only reason why she got some of them hits is because she was sleeping with him. And she was underage. And of course, I'm R. Kelly. You my girlfriend. Yeah, I'm only 15. But you know what? You my girl. So instead of me giving these hits to somebody else or singing to myself, you going to get these hits. So she got a lot of those hits because she was underage and she was sleeping with R. Kelly. Now, if you take R. Kelly out the mix, them hits ain't there. And that's why I said I'm trying to not go that far.
Please don't.
Because a lot of those hits, if you take R. Kelly, like if Aaliyah was not sleeping with an older man or vice versa.
Don't do that.
That's why I said I'm trying not to go that far.
Oh, you went there.
I know, but it can still be taken out. I don't know if I would take it out. But a lot of those hits was R. Kelly's doing. And that's why I said I'm trying to not...
But a lot of these different hits can be somebody else's song. Whitney Houston's main song was done for the lady Dolly.
And that's why I said everything ain't black and white because like
a lot of songs was given to people that blew them up.
But what I'm saying is that Whitney Houston, like she's.
I mean, we know she's the voice.
Yeah, so it's like she's MJ. She's an anomaly because like I could go in the room and write a song about.
But those
chicken.
generations was different though. Like when you got like Gap Band and they came from different eras. We talking about the '90s eras and on up where. I mean, we birthed a lot of rap, you know what I'm saying, icons and everything like that. But at the same time, like for R&B, I just, I do think that she should be talked about when we're
That's what I agree.
R&B legends and influence, like the influences. Yeah. I think she was a very big influence on the culture.
Okay, yeah. So see, now
people are still rocking Aaliyah shirts to today. Yeah. Ain't nobody rocking no shirt with no Vanilla Ice on it. So I don't even know why you brought him into the equation.
I was being sarcastic.
I'm just saying when I see shirts, I see Biggie, I see Tupac, I see Selena, and I see Aaliyah on them shirts. And those are big cultures. You know what I mean? Like they played a very big part of what stemmed. Now, I ain't saying how she got it done. Yeah. I ain't jumping all into that on and speaking of somebody who locked up for what his nasty ways or whatever and being a I
feel like she celebrated a lot. It should be.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying I feel like a lot of it is off of what she could have been. But could have been is the unknown, because a lot of artists back then, they didn't translate over as the times and the musical climate shifted.
I think she.
So you think she would have translated it? Well, it's, like I said,
I think she did enough, but honestly, it was a very different time. So at that time, her and Beyonce, all of them, like I think Beyonce wasn't starting solo yet. I think she was still in a group. But it's just funny. It's strange to think about like how things could have been different, because a lot of things do play a factor in you being big. It's not just your voice.
Unknown, because I just feel like
it's not just about your voice; it's about the whole package and everything.
And that's why I said I feel like personality-wise, and even with the
who would have been dating, because once she dating Dame, and then at one point Jay-Z was on her. So I think that's what I heard with so that's what I'm saying. Like,
so I said, but I just don't.
What would have been the inevitable of what would have happened?
Even watching her interviews back then, I just like
she was very personal. Like she was, she seemed like a girl next door.
But she just ain't have the super it factor to me.
Man, but Beyonce don't even talk in them interviews. So I'm just saying now.
Yeah, but when she get on that stage, like that
it translates.
Does the talking.
Well, yeah, there's no knocking. Beyonce is a legend, like in regards to that. I mean, coming from a group, like that's nothing
like
knocking
her
that
status
at all.
Is cemented.
Yeah, it is. Beyonce just nipped all that in the bud.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm not comparing. Them two was out at the same time, so those are two different lanes. So I just feel like Beyonce put women R&B as a individual singer, not groups. But when it comes to that, she put it on the lock after she passed. Like, nobody else has been able to. They could put on a song and it'll be played on the radio, but then we don't really hear much about the album because maybe Beyonce didn't drop some, and it's just like,
that's why I said Beyonce make it tough. Like, it's like being on the highway. It's like Beyonce's car is up there, then it's like a whole gate blocking Beyonce's car, and everybody else is just in the back trying to fight for second place.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's why I said it's hard to answer that question on what I felt like there was a lot of artists who came out and who had popular songs, and they were influenced by her, and they may have tried to take that way.
We didn't hear it much.
But it didn't go.
It didn't translate.
Because Beyonce got that whole thing on lock. Now, when she decides to retire and let it go, I mean, but then people gonna be following behind Beyonce footsteps and stuff. So it's just like I say, I can't base her legend status on that, because Beyonce has clearly locked women R&B down. Like, I mean, and I'm not talking about like Jennifer Hudson. Of course, we got a lot of women artists. But what I'm saying is the package in a sense. Like her videos that girl was always in rotation, man, on MTV. I can't.
All right, so that's how we gonna end it, man. Aaliyah is the best singer to ever come out on the face of the earth.
Nobody said that.
She's
a
legend.
So dramatic.
What you said?
I said you being dramatic. Nobody said that.
She's a legend. What you said? We blocked you out. But that's how it is. We gonna get out of here. You heard it here first. Aaliyah is the best singer to ever come out. If there was a versus between her, Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan, Beyonce, Eartha Kitt, Aaliyah would win. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Brand new LCP.